Welcome back to the Legend of Heroes Trails Beyond the Horizon. We are currently at the Grand Circuit. I had a small mishap, but I noticed it after 5 minutes or so that my microphone wasn't properly recording. So, I reloaded and restarted from here. Hold up, I recognize those guys. Graham and Judith and one of the High Bloods, right? This space is normally used for staff. I wonder what's going on. We managed it with the car. Now that Graham and I are working together, I want to believe we managed with this too. But it's got a lot of quirks. I can only hope I can drive it well. Why are you two suddenly being so sheepish? After everything the old man did for you. Show some guts. You don't want to shame Team Mavericks, do you? You're right. Nothing will get done if we just keep dawdling. Gotta put them pedal to the metal, like always. Yeah. We always knew they'd be challenges, but we still decided to enter together. That's what makes us Team Mavericks. Some might say we're reckless, but keeping at it is what we do. Yeah, that's the spirit. If I know you guys, I know this time you'll win for sure. Could those two be participating in the upcoming GR Championship? Seems like it. But it sounds like we got their troubles too. Maybe we should lend a hand? Still a name like Team Mavericks. Can't say it doesn't suit them. A GR Championship, huh? Got a feeling that's something you could bet on at the sportsbook. Yeah, but if we help them, then the race starts and we can't bet anymore. So I want to continue to the Chardon first.
Off we go!
So we can bet, and then help them. Would that be illegal? Would it be illegal to bet on your own team? That's the Chardon district for you. Even this late, it's still hopping. And there's enough money here that security's pretty tight. Not really the spot to find fixer work. True, even casinos and sportbooks are all government approved. But even knowing that, I imagine you wanted to come here because of what happened this morning, right? Got it in one. I'm not just worried about those masked widows. There's also those idiots that go around causing a scene for fun. Also, if I need to pop into a back alley store, probably shouldn't have you in there dressed like that. Fine then, I just have to wait out in front. That would be even worse. Huh? Oh, come to think of it, she ran off in a hurry earlier. Hey, what's up?
Oh, good, you picked up. You're out patrolling now, right, Van? Were you planning to go by the Chardon district tonight?
Oh yeah, actually just got here in fact.
Really? Perfect. It actually has something to do with why I left earlier. See, they're holding the final dress rehearsal for the Gloria stage show at the theater right now. Risha and I were invited. We're here now. And Nina told me to invite you to come see it too. I mean, with all the costumes, the set, the sounds, it's amazing. Believe me, you don't want to miss out on this.
Well, with a review that glowing, how can I say no? I'm not just out by myself though, Agnès is with me. Cool if she comes too?
Oh, she is?
Yes, if you're sure I won't be butting in, I'd love to see it too.
Oh, well then. Maybe I'm the one that was butting in.
I just thought I'd help out a bit tonight.
Oh, I'm just giving you a hard time. You're both welcome, of course.
Judith, the second part's climax scene is about to start.
What, already? Sorry, gotta go. I'll leave your name at reception.
She's just can't stay still, can she? Anyway, if this is a dress rehearsal, all the costumes and sets should be just like the real thing. Though it seems like this is supposed to be a condensed version of a play they're showing to media outlets ahead of opening day. From the sound of it, Judith and Risha were both really into it. We're still in the middle of our patrols, but shall we go stop by for a bit and check it out? Yeah, seems like we just need to give our names at the counter, and we're good. May as well go have a look.
There's too many places to choose from.
Not this way.
Now immediately, okay.
You must be Mr. Arkwright. Your companions are waiting for you on the east wing of the first floor.
Appreciate it.
Welcome. Thank you for coming. Please stop by again.
The Southern District is lost! Retreat! Fall back!
Our moment is at hand, my fellow countrymen. We shall vanquish the knights and the noblemen, trample the enemy underfoot, and stain the palace floors with their blood.
Hear my words, comrades. We stain our hands red, not for violence or vengeance, but to free our parents from tyranny, and our children from hunger.
Onward! Onward, my friends! May our song of triumph shake the old capital and herald the dawn of a new era!
Our foes are mighty, and the road to Vashtar Palace long. But for our freedom, for our equality, and above all, for love, will we brave the dangers ahead with valor and show all the depth of our resolve. In this first battle, we claim victory as our own!
Victory is ours!
Hot damn. It really hits so much harder than yesterday.
You made it! Did you catch that last scene? Wasn't it just incredible?
Oh, it's like they reached in and grabbed my very soul. There's only one more scene left after this, but please, sit here with us.
Sure thing, thanks, but dang. Shame we missed so much of it. Thank you. Miss Chloe said so before, but still, I didn't expect the full performance would hit quite this hard. Having been on stage during my Academy's festival, I have a much better idea of just how amazing that is now. Yeah, it hurts me to say it, but as far as stage performances go, Nina has really blown me out of the water this time. At this point, she might even be a match for you guys at Archon's here, huh? It's true, she's shining almost as brightly as Ilya herself up there. And for Nina to have gotten that good at just 19 years old is truly terrifying. I bet she never thought she'd hear someone like you say that.
I'm afraid that stage was just a little too full of life. For someone as hollow and empty as me. A person with no sense of self.
I remember her claiming she didn't have a distinct self, but we're no different. Hell, we were all pretty much different people a few hours ago. Yeah, I suppose you're right. I agree, though by now I'm quite used to switching between the two. Oh, I don't know if I can say the same about you, Judith. Nah, I'm a pro at switching between Spotlight and working in the, backstage. Ain't even remotely the case. Yeah, I'm in the situation. You're kind of just always yourself, Judith. But it's because of that your words always resonate so strongly with me at crucial moments. That's Judith for you, authentic to a fault. I just can't compete with her when it comes to that. Hey, what kind of backhanded compliment is that? I can play a role just fine. I'm an actor, for crying out. Hold that thought. Need to see this next scene. Oh, they're gonna show the burning of Vashtar Palace as a final scene for tonight. Wow, we really won't want to miss that. Well, of course I'm gonna watch the hell out of a scene.
What are you doing? Auguste, you must stop this! There is no value in spilling the Crown Prince's blood here!
As ever, you're far too soft, Sheena. Revolutions require sacrifices. As Aramis and Atkinson are away, I shall stain my hands red for you, our hero. For the future of Calvard. For our comrades whose dreams lie buried with them.
This is not the way, Auguste! Vanquishing knights and noblemen, trampling them underfoot, staining the palace with their blood. La Oraciones. Such utter foolishness must be ended at once. We fight that we may all welcome a new dawn together. The dawn of a country where one's finery and one's skin matter not. Only the hearts that beat within. That is the revolution we seek. For you, for me, for His Highness and all those who fell.
A messenger of the goddess?
Bravo!
Nina! I can't believe you, girl!
My word. I can only imagine seeing this whole thing from start to finish. It was almost like the actual events were playing out right in front of us.
Man, we have to wake up at the crack of dawn tomorrow, but after that, I'm not gonna be able to sleep at all.
Same here. I'm planning to head out tonight myself.
Ah, so you're gonna keep working with Ashen, I take it?
Yes. I'm sorry I won't be able to join you over in Anchorville this time around.
No, there's no need to apologize. It seems like you have your hands full already.
It is a shame, though. Hopefully we get the chance to swap info somewhere along the way.
Sheena! I mean, it's Nina!
Incredible! That was the best!
Thank you, everyone, for joining us for our special pre-opening event. Since today marked our final dress rehearsal, we played through all of our show's major scenes for you. During the full performance, all of these scenes will be linked together into a single heart-moving experience. So, as a sort of apology for today's condensed version of the play, we've prepared a special surprise for you. As you all know, this is my senior from my talent agency, Judith Lanster, and her good friend, the Moon Princess from Crossbell's Ark and Seal, Risha Mao. These two international stars have been invited here tonight as our special guests.
What? They were here this whole time?
Seal? You mean... You never mentioned this, Nina.
It, seems she got us good. I'd heard she likes to play tricks.
Well, this is a good chance, so you two go up and humor her. We ought to be heading out anyway.
Oh, that's right. We were in the middle of a patrol before this, huh?
You're just gonna leave us in this mess?
There. We'll see you later, Mr. Arkwright. You too, Agnès.
Right, later.
Good luck with all this, you two.
Oh, we'd only been half an hour in there? That was one hell of a half hour. No kidding, after that I can't wait to see their full performance. Well, we'll have to wait until we're back from Anchorville. Yeah, once things are all settled, we can have humans come see it with us. Great idea. So then, what do you say we do one quick spin around the area and then call it a night? Right, sounds good. Should we check the bulletin board and then take a look around the back roads? We can just start walking and see where our legs take us.
A cinematic masterpiece takes the stage.
No force PGs, but I do see flyers advertising the Gloria stage play. Oh, you're right. I really enjoyed watching the dress rehearsal. I'm already counting down the days until opening night. I'm looking forward to it too. There's still a lot of work we gotta do before then. Next thing on our agenda is getting ready for tomorrow's trip.
If Star Taker succeeds, the Republic is
Shard on District's back alley.
Thanks for stopping by.
Got a question for you.
What would you like?
You're here to use the bookie service. Why? What event do you like to bet on? What events on the menu? GR Championship. I think I go with that one. Maybe I throw my lot in with them. Oh, daring, aren't we?
We'll see how things play. What would you like? We'll see how things...
Good. Then... let's return to the Grand Circuit.
Let's do this.
Nina kind of interrupted my plans for this episode. Anyway... it won't be long until you're up. Think you can do it, Graham? I thought I could, but it's impossible to be certain. It all hinges on just how well I can drive a vehicle. Nothing to it now but try. That's our only shot. We've got to figure out how to make the most of that car's potential. Ha! Still can't believe we're in the same boat like this. Yo, you guys looking pretty worried. Man, perfect timing. It seems like something's troubling you. What's wrong? We heard you were entering the GR Championship. Is it about that? Yeah, I know Graham's being headstrong, but could you hear him out? We're gonna participate in the GR Championship as an amateur team. We did a dry run yesterday, but we got too reckless. Not only did we get thrashed, but we wrecked our cars too. We can't afford to keep losing like this. Which means we got no choice but to win the real thing. That's why we were wondering if you could give us some advice, man. When we all raced together, your run was pretty incredible. And you even know the Maxim Lugan. That's why we're hoping you could give us some kind of tip that would help us win. You guys are as reckless as ever, but I know how you feel. I'm sure you wouldn't cut any corners either if you were competing then. I knew if anyone understood it'd be you. You sure you're okay with helping us? We do have a bit before the race starts. Well, I'm no pro, so I don't know how much help I'll be. But I like your grit. I'll do what I can. Seriously? Thanks, man. Your help will be worth that of 100 people. So, Graham and Lucio's cars were damaged in yesterday's dry run. At least that's what I heard from the old man's place earlier. Yeah, we got a plan in place, but that's part of what got us worried. Well, it would be quicker to just show you. Good point. Why don't we head to the garage then? The old man should be doing his final checks right about now.
Well, we're on the clock now.
Don't tell me this is your plan. It's one the old guy told us about earlier. You see it's gonna compete in this? Yeah, it's a bit of a shock for us too. But Bradley said we've got a better chance of winning with this than if we used our cars. Still, who'd have thought we'd end up combining the parts of two cars to make one? It's all thanks to the old man and his skills, even if it seems ridiculous. And for the exterior, we used whatever we could from Lucio's car. And finally we painted the whole thing to make it all match. You could say the way it looks matches our joining together. Gotcha. Still, combining two vehicles like that is a little dicey. I get it, it's ridiculous, but there's no other way we could be ready in time for today's race. And it was worth the effort, right? The car should be uniquely powerful. You of all people should know why, Ban. You combined the body of its ingot model with an Atwas engine built for sports cars. The ingot's supposed to be much lighter thanks to their patented tech. And in contrast, Atwas sports cars have far and away the best acceleration capabilities. When it comes to reaching top speeds in straight lines, we're in a league of our own. I see. But wouldn't it be hard to control such a light car with that kind of acceleration? That's right, I'm impressed you understand. This car requires suitable skill in order to make full use of its strengths. Just one small mistake with acceleration could make you lose control. It's like a wild Mustang. Whether or not its potential can be brought out depends on the driver's judgment. Never thought yesterday's crash would result in me driving a car like this. I won't pretend I get how a world works, but this sure feels like destiny. What do you think? The two of us are gonna be taking turns driving during the race? It'll pretty much be our first time behind the wheel. How much of a car's capabilities do you think we'll be able to bring out of it? It sounds like it would be best not to push it too hard and to only take full advantage of its acceleration at a critical moment. You're starting to understand too, Agnès. She's right, making the most of this car's acceleration might depend on the situation. It'll also depend on whether you can account for the other team's particular characteristics. So how do you want me to support you during the race? No matter what, we'll be the ones driving, and we intend to use our own judgment during the race. So it's not like we'll be taking advantage of you over every little thing. Still, it's not like we have absolute confidence in our decisions. So when Graham and I have different ideas about how to proceed, we want you to tell us who's right. Makes sense to me. This is your race after all. If that's all you want, then I've got no objections. I'll give suggestions only when I think you need them. Otherwise, you're racers. You do you. That should be more than enough. Just you watch, Van. We'll make up for yesterday. Now's our chance to show what Team Maverick's all about. Since that's settled, let's be on standby, alright? Oh, that's Lucia for you. The other teams are no match for him. Talk about accelerating. Look how fast the thing's going. No kidding, he's really got a handle on that cobbled together machine. More than that, he's got a whole different drive compared to yesterday. Looks like those two will have no trouble getting first at this rate, at least among the amateur teams. The old man's the best. Who would have thought he'd get that car ready in the day? Still, in the end, it'll be Graham and Lucio who determine the outcome of this race. Incredible, I can't believe it passed all the other teams in one swoop. The car's acceleration is truly something. Yes, but so far it's only because of the other teams are equally inexperienced. This won't be enough to defeat the teams fielded by the big four manufacturers. Yep, here comes the moment of truth. Everything comes down to the decisions they make and the expert advice they get. Apparently Red Star's not so easily beaten. They're just barely ahead. We can make it work, Lucio. Should we try pull ahead in the curve coming up? Wait, wouldn't it be better to wait for an opportunity to pull ahead with a turbo? They're wavering. I guess it's no surprise seeing as we're up against Red Star. Maybe now's the time for me to give him a push? In terms of acceleration, my car is certainly a league above, but the lightweight body could be a liability. With that in mind, what should they do? On the straight. Forget about the cheap tricks, huh? Right, maybe pull ahead using this machine's specialty. Activating turbo! Now this is what this baby is capable of. You get so much of an engine with Edwards turbo in a frame like this. They did it, Van. Sure did. That was a heck of a display of what that car can do. No, because if you have a lightweight frame and you accelerate in the curve, you could literally just fly free. It was right not to try pushing it on the curve. After that, Graham and Lucio continued putting up a good fight against the teams representing the four big manufacturers. They swapped drivers during the tire change once they reached the second half of the race. However, the other teams began to make a push and the race intensified. They're catching up with us already? Nino's sneaking up too. Graham, think you can use the turbo to pull ahead? No, if you use it now, the car will overheat. We need another way. We should go in front of him and block his path. Hold on, wouldn't it be better to wait for an opening before we take a chance? They're up against a highly maneuverable Lino car. Competing on a level playing field could be dangerous. That said, there's no guarantee a good opportunity to establish a lead will come around either. What are those supposed to mean? I'm not certain. I see, okay then. Talk about careless now. That's my beloved car's engine for you. Even without the turbo, it won't be beat by a no Lino. I see, so it's important to keep the capabilities of the opponent's vehicle in mind, right? Yeah, Lino's cars have excellent maneuverability, but they have trouble accelerating. They pushed hard to catch up to Graham and Lucio, so you'd expect them to ease up temporarily once they took the lead. It's difficult to accelerate from that state too, right? I know I'm a little late in realizing this, but racing is surprisingly deep. After that, Graham and Lucio continue to compete with other powerhouse companies on equal footing. At last, they nipped at the heels of Ingat and Etwas, the top two of the competition. Oh my, we've got a new challenger in the race, ladies and gentlemen, Team Mavericks! How long can these up-and-coming amateurs go toe-to-toe with the championships powerhouse teams? Yeah, go Graham! Keep us up when we win it! It's time to show what we really made of. They finally made it this far, to think they're rivaling the best of the best. But these opponents are on a whole other level from those they faced before. Taking only a machine's capabilities into consideration is likely to be fatal. Yeah, these drivers have considerable skill too, even they're not as good as Maxim or Aslan. Ordinary tactics ain't gonna work against opponents like that. Doesn't seem like they're worried about the likes of us, but it could give us a chance as long as we can seize it successfully. Just gotta take them by surprise, huh? Now this will be interesting. But there's no guarantee a cheap trick will work. We need to use a turbo to pass them in one fell swoop. No, it's a final showdown. There could be an opening. They're really fighting for the top here. Now how should they handle it? The opponents likely have only eyes for each other at this point. Still, considering their experience, they'll probably be able to deal with half-assed strategies. With that in mind, how should we take them by surprise? Use momentum, I think. We've gotten this far. Just close in on them. That's the amateur teams they mentioned. They've certainly got considerable acceleration, but it's nothing I'm not ready for. Sorry, but when it comes to speed, I won't be outdone. Damn it, didn't work. Our chance of winning is slipping away. We had a good position. Guess this wasn't enough to surprise our opponents. After that, Graham and Lucio continued to challenge the powerhouse opponents, until at last the winner was decided. Second, okay. Team Ingat wins! In second place, Team Mavericks, and in third place, Team Etwas. Second place, that's awesome, totally awesome. Yeah, they definitely made up for yesterday's loss. They even beat the Etwas. Yeah, but it's too bad we didn't get first. We were right there. All because of that, thank you so much. I only butted in a little. There's no doubt about it. They're the guys who won it. I'm so glad. Nicely done, you two. You handled that car well. You did it, Graham, and Lucia too. We may not have won the championship, but we more than succeeded in making up for yesterday's defeat. It's thanks to everyone's support. After all, Master Bradley is the one who finished our car. And Van's guidance was instrumental in helping us pull this off. Nice of you to say, but you're the ones who took the wheel and mastered that vehicle. You ought to be proud of your own success. Heh, fair enough. Van, you're not wrong, but having you in our court was why we are able to rise up to the challenge. So please accept our gratitude. Thank you so much. Cheers! You may not have won in the end, but it was really amazing watching you put up such a fight. Yeah, definitely made up for yesterday's loss. Still, we can't just be content with this, can we, Graham? Of course not. This just means we've got to keep aiming higher. Let's join in on the next GR championship and go for the win. You two really did an excellent job. Yeah, it was nice to be reminded of your potential. Keep on aiming for the top, and if you need it, I could be talking to lending you another hand. Say you guys can restore your cars with that prize money, right? Or even replace them with something better? Sure, if I wanted to, I could resurrect my beloved car, but it feels like a waste to take a current vehicle apart just for that. It's a one-of-a-kind car that took us to victory together. So you've gotten attached to it. I can understand why you'd hesitate. Ha. Being backed into a corner and joining together to overcome obstacles ain't so bad. I used to just be proud of the Etwas and I'm not the car itself. But now I get how I feel. I genuinely love cars and I love racing. Lucio. What are you saying, Lucio? So what are you guys doing from here? I'm sure you wouldn't even think of relying on your connection at this point. I want to know more about cars and help you build Etwas as one part of a whole. There's a lot of paths I can take to do that, racer, engineer, or otherwise, and none of them will be easy. But I want to help Etwas, not just because my family owns it, but because I love cars. Sounds good to me. Makes sense too. Yes, I support that resolve. And it's you who made me realize that, Graham. If you're down, would you be willing to race along this new road with me? Me? After all our street races, I can fully appreciate your love of a road. So why don't we put it to good use, learning what we can and finding new ways to benefit cars? Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I know that Graham has a lot of potential. Lucio's right. I have improved as a street racer, but I never thought about what would come next. The fact that you're even thinking about it is inspiring. Alright, I'm in. I want to find a way to make the most of everything I've done up to this point. I knew you'd say that, Graham. I'm so glad that Lucio seems to have a goal now. If those guys can find their way, then I'd say it was worth taking on this forest regime.
That takes care of that.
Reward deposited.
Now I'm curious if I can actually help them win.
Planner launched.
Time to get to work.
That's right. We're so busy with each other we might be able to skillfully force our way through. That'll throw them out of whack. 10-minute series just wedged their way in between us? Ah, they got a lot of guts. Excellent. Yeah, way to go, Graham. It was a gamble, but it looks like we successfully caught them by surprise. So we managed to create confusion by interrupting a close race between rivals. It's definitely true that the two teams fighting for the top might not expect it. After that, Graham and Lucy continued to challenge their powerhouse opponents, until at last the winner was decided. The Team Maverick wins! In second place, Team Ingard. In third place, Team Edwards. For real? That's incredible, Graham and Lucio. We seriously won? Can't believe it. This is Graham and Lucio's hidden potential. It's all because of Van. Thank you so much. I only butted in a little. There's no doubt about it. They're the guys who won it. I'm so glad. Nicely done, you two. You handled that car well. You did it, Graham, and Lucio too. I seriously never imagined we'd not only make up for yesterday, but end up winning the whole thing too. But we didn't do it alone. We only won because of everyone's support. After all, Master Bradley is the one who finished our car. And Van helped us through some tough decisions. Ah, nice of you to say. But you're the ones who took the wheel and mastered the vehicle. You ought to be proud of your own success. Fair enough. Van, you're not wrong, but having you in our court is why we were able to rise to the challenge. So please accept our gratitude. Thank you so much. Cheers! Congrats again on your victory, Graham and Lucio. Man, I never imagined you'd be turning the tables after yesterday's crushing defeat. Honestly, it still hasn't sunk in yet. But I want to use this newfound confidence to keep aiming for a peak. Same here. I want to aim even higher. Congratulations once again, you two. I don't know a lot about racing, but I was still enthralled by your magnificent performance. I'm honored. The owe is to you, Van. Thank you. You don't have to keep saying that. All I did was offer a little advice. I'm celebrating you guys. Seriously, congrats. Say, you guys can restore your cars with the prize money, right? Or even replace them with something better? Sure, if I wanted to, I could resurrect my beloved car, but it feels like a waste to take the current vehicle apart for just that. It's a one-of-a-kind car, and it took us to victory together. Ha, so you've gotten attached to it. I can understand why you'd hesitate. I used to be part of it, and this will be the same.
All in a day's work.
Reward deposited.
Alright. That leaves something with Chanton.
Off we go.
There's too many places to choose from.
A cinematic masterpiece takes the stage. Gloria, law review.
This is... I took a peek earlier, but I probably shouldn't at night in the school uniform. I'll wait here so you can go ahead and enjoy to your heart's content. Hold on now. Yeah, I gotta go in there, but I save enjoying it for another time. So you're planning to enjoy it another time? Don't ask questions you don't want answers to. Good news is, I'm not picking up any particular scent. Just don't want any problems before our trip. You can come in, but at least take off your jacket first. That way nobody should be able to pick you out as an Aramis student. There's no way I can just leave you waiting around back here by yourself. Yes, it makes sense. I'll do my best not to get in your way while you're inside. Just stay cool, alright?
Come on.
Good, now no one realizes I'm an RMS student? Right. Somehow she looks even more like a high schooler. Well, let's just take a quick look and get out of here. Agnès' appearance will change when entering the nightclub. Bermodi, never expected to run into you here. Oh Van, what a surprise! It's true, I don't come here often. Wait, Agnès is with you? Thank you for helping us with the CID earlier. We really appreciated it. Oh, it's nothing you have to worry about. It was all thanks to the Senator's introduction. Wow, Van, you two must be on a very good terms. Still bring such a good student out to play at this late hour? And in a white blues necktie and pleated shirt, no less? Surely that's a little too overboard. I ain't into this, alright. We're doing our nightly 4SPG rounds is all. Well, you don't need to get into the details. After all, I came here too after closing up shop. I decided to take a break after I managed to gather the information on Anchorville I was asked for. Oh, I see. Well, you might as well fill me in now that we're both here. At the moment, all I can say is that there hasn't been any activity, but I would check with Judith's family if you want to be sure. At the very least, nobody's seen those masked characters or the people who disappeared from the memorial park. I see. Were they only headed in that direction then? It's hard to say, but it does bother me that it's so far away from the capital. Go that far in an instant can only be called magic. People teleported with sorcery in the Dark Ages apparently, and even Ouroboros is their own way of shifting through space. Dantes used it too. Right. Are you thinking about that video? I can't forget it even now. But putting that aside, it seems a little far to go just to get out of the capital. I think your first inclination is right. You should assume that something is going on. Hearing that from you makes me think we won't be going there for nothing. Sorry to say it, but I'm gonna need you to keep backing me up tomorrow, even if at a distance. You just leave it to me, or it'll have to be alongside everything else I'm juggling. I work with Jack and Hell to send a heaping help of love your way. You can keep that part to yourself. They're still in Farbad though, huh? I just spoke with Hell at noon. Jack better not be getting wasted right now. Oh, don't worry, he's finished his gambling job in one piece, so he's checking out some other leads he's got. It seems like we all really get along. But it sounds like both of them think there's something more to this too. Yoda was able to secure his foothold, so I have to do my best. Alright, that should do it for the shutdown district. Agnès has been with me for so long I'd probably better give her a ride back to the dorms. Finished Night Patrol has been added to the top of the travel menu. Oh, and Van, about that Fabio boy that showed up during the day? Yeah? You mean the dangerous looking person claiming to be a Spriggan? I did some digging and apparently he's already left the capital on a big motorbike. I don't know where he went, but things should be okay, at least for tonight. As for a needle gun, it seems to have been a prototype released by Zect Arms via the back channels. I see, looks like I owe you one. Gotta say, I'm real curious what he's up to. Yes, he seemed to know too much about you, including 4SPGs you've done in the past. Not to mention what he knew about my assistance of the Grendel form. On the other hand, he didn't seem to know anything related to you. That's true, maybe he's just obsessed with you, man? I'm a little worried. From the sound of things, it's not likely he'll attack you out of a big bad blue. Well, you know, I'll keep an ear out and see what else I can find. Like how he got his information. Thanks, just keep me in the loop. Van making his regular nighttime rounds is nothing to bat an eyelash at. But us to come with Agnès, now there's a bold stroke. How did you know it was my idea? Oh, so I was right? Well, it was half maidenly intuition and half tricking you into saying so. As for you, Van, you should know that Agnès has her reasons for taking along. But be a good escort for her now, understand? I want you putting your whole heart into it. Yeah, she was the one who asked for this, but I stay on my toes where it counts. Should be safe, long as we don't make a mistake of operating too far from each other. He isn't wrong per se, but still I refuse to believe Van is totally oblivious to the hints being dropped here. At any rate, you and your little dears will be in for a heavy workload starting tomorrow, Van. I know you have a nightly rounds to make, but don't forget to take a breather when needed. The way I see it, this is a golden opportunity for you two to have a little light-hearted fun together. Alright.
What's next?
I owe ya.
I'll treasure it.
Sorry to put you out. Well, aren't you just the sweetest?
Follow Corbin Motti's voice.
Shock one up.
Planner launched!
Okay, first let's look into the camp and Carve. Master says he got some camping supplies left over from a bike trip. He wants to use them before they expire, so he asked me to join him for a bonfire. Sounds fun, why not? Van explained the situation to Agnès and they parted ways for the time being. He then met up with Bergard and they took his bike to the western suburbs of the city. Ah, this ain't easy. There's a trick to those metal matches. You have to do it like this. Here, give it another try. Like this? Oh. I feel like I could look into a fire forever. Maybe it's because it was so much trouble to get it going. One of the best parts of camping is enjoying the effort that goes into making things work. In this age of convenience, one could call struggle a luxury of sorts. Gotta say, relaxing like this is different from when I had to camp out for 4 SPGs. I'm starting to get why you're so bent on traveling around by bike. I'm just glad I won't have to worry about my kindling getting wet anymore. Why don't I boil water and make us some coffee? By the way, have you ever put roasted marshmallows in your coffee before? Have I what? That sounds awesome. The sweet but slightly bitter flavor of roasted marshmallows really elevates the coffee. On such a cool night, it's like the flavors have wrapped themselves around us lonely travelers. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. What's that you're carving? Some sort of Eastern deity? Indeed. In the Far East, these figures are believed to be on the same level as saints. By carving one with a clear mind, one can approach a state of Zen. The man who taught me the Kanun style told me about it in my youth. I'd love to sit Aaron down and have him do something like that. I remember you mentioned your youth yesterday. You really weren't kidding when you said you traveled across the continent. Indeed not. One could say that my entire life has been defined by travel. I come from a remote village halfway up the Solaris mountain range. When I was young, I was known as quite a troublemaker, always lashing out at everyone around me. You of all people? Strange as it sounds, I was much like you. In a time of poverty and injustice, even the church's teachings seemed hollow. I can recall feeling trapped, sick and tired of it all. I stewed on those feelings in my isolation. Until a merchant woman visited our village. The tales she told of her journey across the continent fascinated me. It was all it took to show me how insignificant I was, how wrong I was to lash out when I knew nothing of a world beyond my village. It wasn't long until I left my home and journeyed across the continent, working odd jobs to support myself. 2 years later, I met the man who would become my Kunlun master in the Ishgal Mountains. Your master, huh? What was he like? He was a silent type. It was as if he had become one with nature. Truly an immeasurable man. He could be tranquil enough to communicate with the wildlife, but still merciless when it came to my training. He recognized the haze in my heart and straightened me out, mind and body. Everything begins with understanding your own heart. You must first accept that which lies in the abyss. That's what he said to me way back. Huh, I hadn't meant to repeat his words, mind you. It gave me a good laugh when I realized what I had done. I wondered if my master knew then that I would one day take on a student such as yourself. Surely not. I mean, how could he see so far ahead? I mean only that he was keen enough I could believe it. No doubt that uncanny keen eye of his prompted him to send me home shortly after I had reached an intermediate level. On my return, after many long years of being away, the village was attacked by bandits. As the village burned and I helped the people evacuate, I was overcome by a powerful emotion. A power that I had always sensed within myself. Rage. And anger at myself that I never knew how to wield and who to direct it toward. It wasn't until all that was said and done that I recognized a monster's roar as my own. Suddenly a stigma floated above me, and 100 bandits lay unconscious at my feet. My leader swore he would have his revenge before a certain organization arrived. The moment I saw the merchant woman and the knights at her beck and call, I couldn't help but cry out. She must have known from the beginning that I would one day inherit the empty seat of the 8th Dominion. No doubt that was why she had come to my village in the first place. To give me the push I needed to look outward, to grow as a person. Later I learned that she and my master were old friends. All I could do was laugh. In any case, that was my second chance meeting with the holiness Orestes II. The current pope of the holy city of Ateria, home of the Septian Church. I heard she's one crazy old woman. Surely people are exaggerating, right? You'd think, but the reality is she sees far beyond our earthly existence. No doubt she's even now operating towards some unimaginable goal. For now, I think she has cast her gaze on the Republic, or even the continent as a whole. All while considering what sort of conclusion the world will come to. That's... But seeing as I'm no longer a knight, I cannot stand by her side to offer my support. I must see things through in my own way, and I plan to. If for no other reason than that I do not want to see my students walk a path they will come to regret. I feel like I just heard something important. Regardless, you can count on me should you ever need to. I'd like to think I've made some progress over the last year. All thanks to Agnès, my other assistants, and everyone I've met. Which of course includes you, Master. Even though I left you, you continue to look out for me and make sure I didn't stray from the path. So I want to be there for you in whatever way I can, so that it can repay even a little of what I owe you.
Then. Well, look at you. I wasn't away long, but you're a whole new man. Who could have guessed you'd grow so much so quickly? I'm proud to see one of my disciples finally outgrow me.
I might be your disciple, but it's not like it was official. Guess that's just another kind of bond that's keeping me grounded in this world.
Yes, that's exactly right. And with that, I think I've finished. It does look a bit warped, though. Such carving is meant to invoke enlightenment and reflects on one's own heart. But perhaps this is just right for me as I am now. After all, I have cast aside my original mission, and am supporting an unofficial disciple, as it were.
If you're saying I'm part of a reason you're warped, then your other students are gonna give me an earful. Still, it means a lot to have your support, Master.
I look forward to continuing our work together, Van.
The pair continued to enjoy their time together until the fire went out. They then returned to the capital and Van met back up with Agnès. Okay, I like this event, but I cannot really imagine Van ditching Agnès for a camping trip. You know, it seems weirdly placed. And again, it wouldn't fit with Yorda either. But okay, looking at the time, I would end the episode here. Next time we look into the other connection event about Kincaid, and after that we take our tour talking to people. Until next time, I'm Ace, and don't get lost. No, wait, it's a Grim Garden still. So next time is the connection event and the Grim Garden.